teams here, each off to 1-0 starts as this one is underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. To throw right away is Howell. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. And just like he did, almost winning the Heisman in Michigan, rookie Aiden Hutchinson blows up the play. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game. Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by preventing that sack right out of the gate. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Nice job of bottling him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws. Let's take it on the 25. 55-yard punt, 11 on the return, and the Lions will take over. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground to about the 40-yard line. Well, this defense for the Commanders, terrific last week in the season opening victory. And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Booker. Pressure comes, and down he goes. Montez Sweat able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week, and we just saw their first one of this game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And this will be caught at the 30. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Gibbs, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. The Lions at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2. And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some early distance on the rest of the division and create a little bit of a cushion for them for later in the year. That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done. To throw on 3rd down, Hooker throwing the out route incomplete. That's Gibbs. And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20. Badgley able to knock this one through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs.
Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense. Pass interference, and they gain.
Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. On first down, Howell. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Lee McNeil, what an effort to get in there and drop him. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal. It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
Rookie quarterback, rookie running back. They team up there to pick up the first. A good throw there. And this is a quarterback who's still just getting his feet wet, obviously. And by most accounts, last week played okay in the victory. But I want to know, Charles, what was your impression of his play last week?
Brandon, I think a lot of teams will be happy with okay. And early on, it's less about how many touchdowns did he throw, but did he not throw interceptions? Did he handle adversity? Did he handle the hole? Those types of things. That's what people are looking for.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Yes, the receivers have spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slash and run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. First down, Howell to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Howell throwing on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Sly able to put this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So the defense able to force the interception, and the offense working their way into field goal range and able to get 3 out of it.
Yeah, and give them credit for that. They took the ball, maneuvered it downfield, and while they couldn't get exactly what they wanted, which was a touchdown, they did get 3 points out of it, so they paid off what the defense gave them. Both sides to be thrilled with that.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. To throw on second down. Hooker. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun. Hooker throwing the out route incomplete. It's Gibbs. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
On first down, Gibbs. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Off the play fake. Hooker. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Amon-Ra St. Brown set a Lions rookie record with 912 receiving yards, and over 60% of those came in the final 6 games of the season. He got better and better as the campaign rolled on. And when they went to him like he was their top receiver, he produced like it as well. And he certainly earned that spot here in his second year, and he gets a first down for Detroit.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Badgley's kick is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals. It's 6-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better. And now the rookie's free. Touchdown, Washington. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to start the drive. Hooker, a quick throw, but incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again. Hooker. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6. Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. Well, now heavy pressure by Washington, and they block it. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. And he is into the end zone for a Commanders touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? You can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 30 on 2nd down. Howell. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. He's at the 40, the 20, and he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. Extra point by Badgley, up and good, and that'll make it 17-13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On second down, a run with Gibson. Oh, he's got some. There he goes, left side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He's airing it out for Williams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up fourth down.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
From the 17, Powell. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
They're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
And I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Tress Way on fourth down is sent out to punt. And we'll see what he can do on the return. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
He finds his man complete. That's Gibbs. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On first down, Hooker. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got it inside the 10. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. They'll run on first down. It's Gibbs. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead is down to 4. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. One last shot before the break. Howell. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So we reach halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Lions take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right.
He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
We spent a lot of time talking about what's going on the field. How about off the field for the evaluation? And they spent a lot of time saying, we've got to get a rookie in here who has big playability. And that's exactly what we're seeing here early in his career.
Drafted him in the spring. Here he is early in the fall making an impact. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime means had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get out of running.
Well, you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Michael Badgley ready for the field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. Badgley able to punch this one through, and that'll bring him back within a point. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Robinson up the middle, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a in. Defense able to get their swing with the football. Zilch, 0 out of there for the offense drives.
Yeah, that was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
Now Howell. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
I certainly felt for Sam Howell watching him fall from a possible first-round pick at one point all the way to day 3 of the draft, but it's just extra fuel for a guy now who drew comparisons to some of the league's most fiery competitors at quarterback. When he gets into a tough spot, Howell knows how to create and make some impressive reads and also some impressive runs. And I think that's how he'll succeed as an NFL quarterback.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Howell, another throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, brought in by Dotson. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. A down look defensively for the Lions on 3rd. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Sly able to put this one through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On 2nd down, it's Gibbs trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down. Hooker, he finds his man, complete. That's Gibbs. And he is going to have the Lions first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Gibbs, and he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 3rd down, it's Gibbs, and he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A big play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Lions have retaken a third-quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Now throwing on 1st down here. Throw left side complete. That's Thomas. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Powell. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. 85 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
That kick, by the way, Charles, a career long.
Well, we did watch him in pregame, and he hit from this distance, so not a surprise. But there still is something exciting about it, carrying it over from practice and pregame to actually doing it in live action.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we essentially have a brand new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting... He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I would say just add that one to the total big plays he's already made here in the first month of the year. You've got to think the front office and the coaching staff have got to be excited about what they've seen so far and really excited about what they expect to see down the road.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
So the completion good for just 3. And they're going to have a 3rd down. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. the gun on third down. Hooker. He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Lions first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? You go with the bigger guy to try and use size. You try to go with the quicker guy and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Sets it up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup at 14.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on first and goal. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. It's their quarterback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. They brought the house that time on the young rookie, maybe a little rattled through the pick.
And you have to be prepared for a lot of pressure as a rookie quarterback because most defensive coordinators are going to test you that way. So when you see that, the ball's got to get out of your hands quickly, and that means your receivers have to understand they have to break off their routes quickly as well.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Got to figure now after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they get him.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. 23-yard run. And the Lions are on their way to a 2-0 start. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And this offense trying to change the script here a little bit, CD. Trailing on the scoreboard, and the last time out on the very first play of the drive, they threw that interception. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Powell to the air on 1st and 10. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Another first down there as this one goes for 25. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. They'll throw on first down. Here's Howell. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. His first career touchdown pass, and it's cliche to say, but he's probably been envisioning this since he was a little kid. That's a cool moment.
It really is. So enjoy the moment, enjoy the time, celebrate, save the full reflection for later, but make sure you grab someone on the sidelines and say, hey, make sure I get that football, okay?
That's caught, and he will get into the end zone to cut the deficit down to 4. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibbs. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Working with the lead, trying to get to 2-0. Here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Gibbs. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here comes the Lions punter now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. Howell with one final shot. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner. Although on that last play, they were so backed up, it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the boom. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Count on the rings. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here with villain, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the the top, or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the proof. You gotta choose, make a choice. I need 100 pack for my boys. Be hating and talking and talking.